the Memphis Steamers, taking on the Portland Riverhogs.
Now from just east of the Mississippi River, EA Sports welcomes you to the home of the Blues, Memphis, Tennessee. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Portland Riverhogs and the Memphis Steamers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Seven yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd down and 13. He'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On to the second quarter, Memphis in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darnell Washington. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steamers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot Ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Runs through the contact. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This is the old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's a 2nd and 8. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. He's into space past the 25. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll run on the draw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Riverhogs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after here coming up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13 to 10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Later in the afternoon, of course, we'll be watching that game down in Estadio Azteca, as the NFL fans down in Mexico City are in for one of the best matchups of the entire weekend. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The throw over the middle taken in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Portland's offense now about set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 8. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Riverhogs have cut it back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Then they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Pushing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had some...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Pressure comes and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the second half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steamers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
2nd and 1. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff running through the middle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
They'll run again. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Memphis, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.